What is happening in college football? Just a year ago, if you said that all of these things were going to happen, conference realignment, the Power Four, transfer portal madness, and Nick Saban, for God's sake, Nick Saban retiring, I would not have believed you. We are going to be in uncharted territory in 2024 in college football because things are getting wild. We're seeing literal free agency. College football transfer portal is NFL free agency. Nick Saban retired, and just 2 days later, Kalen DeBoer, who was coaching with Washington in the national championship, just said yes, and he's taking the job. There are so many things to talk about, and I want to talk about it fast. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Let's go. My immediate reaction to Nick Saban retiring was completely emotional. I thought a meteorite hit the earth. I thought the world was going to end. I thought our universe was done for. I thought Alabama would never be at the same height ever, that Georgia was going to take over, Kirby Smart and that dynasty was going to be a thing, and that Alabama would never compete again. But come on, guys. It's still Bama. They have the resources, the money, the fan base, everything that you want to have a great program. And of course, they were going to hire another big name head coach. At first, they went for Dan Lanning. That didn't work. I'm going to talk about that in a sec. But Kalen DeBoer is a great fit. And I know Alabama's having decommits. They know they're having transfer portal issues. They're having people leave. Well, that's expected when your head coach is gone. But Alabama is going to be just fine. I'm extremely pleased with the decision to go with DeBoer for multiple reasons. First of all, the X's and O's. He's a winner everywhere, winning Division II national championships, doing a great job as OC at Indiana, taking Fresno State with Jake Haener into one of the best group of 5 teams, and of course, flipping Washington in rapid time. They were just 4-8 a couple years ago, then 10-2, then 14-1. He did the improbable. He's an amazing coach. I'm also glad Alabama didn't snag a head coach who spent a lot of time building a culture at a school. For example, Lane Kiffin, who spent multiple years bringing Ole Miss from nothing into a place that recruits want to go, a place that means something on the map, or even Dan Lanning in Oregon. Dan Lanning is doing his thing on the West Coast. He's doing it different than everyone else. He said, I'm going to write my own story. DeBoer didn't even have a full freshman through senior class at Washington. He was only there for 2 years, so I get it. It still hurts Husky fans, but the fact that he's leaving, it really doesn't mean that much. Imagine Lane Kiffin leaving. Imagine Sark. Sark has finally brought Texas back. If he would have up and left, that would have been horrible for the sport. Dan Lanning, you are an Oregon legend. Everyone said that Dan Lanning, on the night that Nick Saban got fired, he was in Tuscaloosa. He was the number one guy for the job. He led the betting odds. It was almost set in stone that Lanning was going to leave. And Oregon had seen this before. They saw Willie Taggart bounce to FSU. They saw Mario Cristobal bounce to Miami. Oregon fans were going to face the inevitable yet again. Lanning then trolled everyone on Twitter by posting his location the next morning in Eugene, and then he turned in the opportunity of him staying into a hype video. He made a hype video and made a marketing pitch for more recruits to come to Oregon. Dan Lanning is doing his thing. He actually loves it in Eugene, and he's here to stay for a long time. I'm so happy for Oregon fans. They finally have a loyal head coach, because I'm a Beaver. I'm an Oregon State fan, and I used to laugh when Oregon would lose Willie Taggart and they lost Mario Cristobal, but finally they found a guy, and I'm actually happy for that program, because Dan Lanning is a great coach. He's doing it his own way. He doesn't want to write a chapter in a chapter that's already been written at Alabama. He's making something new at Oregon. He's bringing in recruits. The transfer portal is nuts. Oregon has a top 5 class in college football, and they might actually win the Big Ten next year. What is happening? Michigan just won the national championship, but there's still questions surrounding them. Is the NCAA going to give them sanctions? Are they going to get punished more? And is Jim Harbaugh even going to stay? Because just a couple weeks ago, remember how hot it was that Jim Harbaugh was going to leave to the Chargers, maybe the Bears or something. We still don't know. He could go to the NFL, and that would cause even more drama in college football. Yeah, and during all this Nick Saban news, guys, Isaiah Bond, one of Alabama's top receivers, super talented, just entered the portal, and we have no idea where he's going to go. The news is just so fresh right now that there are no teams, there are no top 5, there's no crystal ball. I am completely drawn into this. This would be a huge get to any team that gets him. Florida State just had an NIL violation. Apparently, they were giving out contracts and money before players had signed their letter of intent, through their boosters, through whoever their collective was, which is very interesting. Anyways, it's going to be the punishment on the offensive coordinator, assistant coach. He's going to have a show ban, 3-game suspension. So not that big of an issue. They're not having a bowl ban or anything. It's kind of a slap on the wrist, but that is crazy. I mean, nowadays with the NIL, it's so easy. How could you even break those rules? And I just think it's funny with everything else going on. You know, Florida State, they got left out of the playoffs, all of this. Oh, they got robbed, and then they come out and get in trouble just a few weeks later after getting destroyed by Georgia in their bowl game. Oh my gosh. The 2024 season in college football has the chance to be one of the craziest college football seasons of all time. Completely transformative. We've never seen half of this stuff that we're getting. Oh my, we are in for a treat, guys. And I'm here to keep you guys entertained all off season until we reach that point. I'm Saturday Shenanigans, and I post 3 college football videos every single week, along with YouTube shorts every single day. I keep you guys locked in. I have to keep these videos concise for you guys because when I put them over 7 to 8 minutes, for some reason, YouTube doesn't push them out as much on the homepage to new viewers. So I have to get from point A to point Z. Thank you guys so much for reaching the end of the video. I've been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered college football content. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and join the best family in college football. I'll see you guys soon.